Hey, Shalom, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, as usual, before I begin with this lesson, I want to start it off by facing the east, giving all the glory and infinite praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Rakah. Those are the names of the Heavenly Father as well as His Son in the ancient Hebrew, who you ignorantly call God in Jesus Christ. Double honor to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, whom I'm taught and learn this truth 100% from. Peace and blessings be to all you Akim, who is serving Yahweh Shemal Shah in sincerity, hoping for mercy, as well as salvation in these latter days, man. To USA Shalom and Yahweh Shemal Shah Brakathum. This is why carnality will not deliver us. This is why carnality will not deliver us. All right, so for all you Israelites who have it in the back of your mind that fighting fire with fire against the so-called white man when he does decide to, come down with that wrath or come in like a flood. All right, just know that he doesn't have to be there in the physical in order to make war with you, man. All right, they got something called silent weapons for quiet wars, man. All right, if I ain't mistaken, it's been a minute since I done read the book, but it's this book called Behold a Pale Horse, and of course, chew the meat, spit the bones, but the book does have some truth to it, right? Had to have some truth to it because they ended up often, I think I forgot what exactly his name was, but it was something Cooper. They ended up taking him out because he was speaking a lot of truth, speaking truth about this the government, all that shit, man. And one of the things that he had spoke about in this book was silent weapons for quiet wars, man. And like I said, Esau don't got to be there in the physical to make war with you Jakes. All right, and better yet, you thinking that you gonna get in a gunfight with this man, and all he got to do is just blow the whole block up. And see, niggas don't think that Esau would do some shit like that, but the Most High is gonna show you that he indeed will do something like that. All right, and to even take a closer look, I'm telling you, this man is gonna make his move, and once he make his move, it's gonna be a wrap for you Jakes, man. All right, we gonna need Yahweh Shema Shah in these times. There is no other way around it. All right, there is no other way to be untouched and to escape these times unless the Lord is with you, man. All right, because the average soul out here is finna be fooled, man. All right, it's finna be fooled for the so-called white man. I'm telling you, hey, the Lord is finna put the spirit on this man to go out like a damn crybaby, man. All right, because he knows that his time is short. Revelations 12:12. This man is gonna come down with great wrath because he know that his time is ticking. All right, his time is running out, so you got to put it in perspective. I remember when I used to play sports. Shit, when we was losing and the game was finna be over, I was, you know what I mean? You get a whole different level of, you know what I'm saying, of turn up in your spirit. You damn near don't give a fuck if you get hurt. You willing to jump over motherfuckers and, all type of shit. So what you think this man's spirit is going to be like when he know that this shit is a wrap, this shit is over with? We're going to have to get this up and rolling, and whoever ain't with it, get them out the way. All right, because those that are not going to, bow down and conform to the image of the beast, right? This new system that he's going to set up, expect to be public enemy number one. And with that is going to come hey, anybody who's not with the system expect for this man to come after you. And when he come after you, Esau not gonna do no plan, man. All right, he's gonna be like rushing water, man. Like a flood, taking anything and everything that's in his path, destroying what the fuck ever, man. All right, so I got this clip that I want to play of this. I guess you could say he was a former CIA agent. I'm not too sure if he was official. The shit that he's talking about, it sounds official. You know, a lot of the shit is actually, you know, things that have happened or are happening. And in this particular clip right here, this dude that you see right here on this Jake, you know, which appears to be a Jake at least. He's interviewing him and he's asking him, you know, which spy force, you know, was the most impressive. And without no hesitation, you know, he said that the Israeli, you know, those Amalekites, you know, they were the most impressive because they don't play by the rules, man. You know, they have no rules. And see, hey, Jake, y'all better wake the fuck up. All right, these same people that he's talking about that don't play by the rules is the same ones who's in control of all this shit that's going on. And to even add a little more to it, those Israelis, they're the ones over here training up the newly recruited ICE agents, man. All right, them same motherfuckers that was over there that's responsible for a genocide in Gaza are the same ones that are over here training ICE agents in the United States. You gotta let that shit sink in, man. All right. Why would they bring someone of that caliber, so to speak, someone who's willing to go that extent, right, to come over here and train ICE agents in America? Hey, it just goes to show you that this man is going to wrap this shit up, and he knows that he going to get a whole lot of backlash, and with that backlash, they willing to fight fire with fire, man. And for you Israelites out there that plan on getting carnal with this, man, believe you me, that shit is going to be a losing battle. There's a reason why the Lord said he's going to have to raise up Michael the Archangel, man. All right? Because without that help, without that intervention, we through. You know what I'm saying? We through. We ain't got no damn power. You know what I'm saying? We ain't, Jake think that they got a motherfucking military force or something. Jake think that they going to be able to take down Rome by themselves or something. But your bubble going to get popped. All right, you gonna try to fight against this man, and he gonna recruit. Hey, he gonna call everybody back, fall back, and they gonna blow the whole damn block up just to get you out the way. And they not gonna give a fuck who else is living on that block, and they're actually gonna speak on that because there was a operation, you know, a pager operation. That matter of fact, let me just play the video so y'all can, because they're gonna speak on it.
Around the world, did you think was the most impressive?
Oh, the Israelis.
Really?
Yeah. The Israelis have no rules. They'll kill anybody. What was it, 3 years ago? This pager operation?
Oh, it was so fascinating.
Good Lord, it was a work of genius.
It is genius. It
was totally illegal.
Totally illegal.
But it was genius. The moving parts
I didn't believe it was real. I had to I was like, there's no way that this is real. This is the stuff of movies.
It is.
For anyone that doesn't know, what was the story?
Yeah. Okay. So the Israelis knew that Hezbollah, the terrorist group Hezbollah from Lebanon, was communicating using pagers. They didn't want to use cell phones because they didn't want the Israelis to intercept their phone calls. And they thought, oh, pagers, those are safe. So the Israelis bought a company in Hungary, I think it was, that made pagers. And they got Hezbollah to order the pagers from this company. They were able to insert explosives in the pagers. And the pagers went to Taiwan, and from Taiwan to Thailand, and then from Thailand to, I forget where, Syria, I guess, and then from Syria to Lebanon. And so what the Israelis did was they were able to activate the explosives in all the pagers simultaneously.
Killing people?
They killed everybody of any import in Hezbollah. They essentially decapitated Hezbollah. And then the ones they didn't kill in that operation, they bombed the apartment buildings where they lived. See, this is the thing too about the Israelis. If they want to kill you, they won't like just do a close-in hit. They'll blow up the entire city block where you live. They'll kill 1,000 people just to get you. And they don't care. And then they say, what are you going to do about it? You're going to go to the International Court of Justice?
Do they really do this?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Did you ever interact with them?
Yes.
And how did you find them to be?
Miserable. My very first briefing that I ever gave as a junior analyst was to the Israelis. My boss said, okay, he says, you're going to give your first classified liaison briefing. So it's going to be the Israelis, and there are a couple things you should know. I said, okay. He said, we don't allow the Israelis into the building. Ever. I said, why not? He said, because they spy on us. Not only do they spy on us, they would always bring gifts. Like, oh, we brought this wonderful gift for you. And every time somebody tries to bring something in, you have to x-ray it. And it's got like listening devices and it's packed with 2 years worth of batteries. We're like, you guys, you have to stop doing this. Every time you come here, you try to bug our conference rooms. It's bad form. You have to stop doing it. And then they're like, oh, okay. We knew you would find it. We're just kidding. Come on. So we have to meet them miles away from headquarters in a place that we rent. So he said, nothing over the secret level. No top secret information, just up to secret. I'm like, okay. So I go with like a dozen analysts. And because I'm the junior most analyst, I've only been on the job at this point, I'm going to say 6 weeks or so. I went last. So the first analyst.
That's pretty much he pretty much done summed it up. Esau don't play by the rules, Jake. And as he said, one thing about Esau, and I ain't talking about, Six-Pack Joe and, Camden and Hayden, and I'm talking about these Edomites who truly don't give a fuck. The ones that you don't see but are pulling the strings to everything. As he said, they don't give a fuck. They're willing to blow up a whole city block around you with 1,000 people just to get you. And you Jakes out here, that are waking up to this truth, waking up to this knowledge. And for Jake that's done watched the videos and all that, and you ain't repentant and you think that you gonna be secret safe and shit. Esau knows, who done watched videos and who done came across, information that they're Hebrew Israelite, all that. They got control of what you like. So don't think that you gonna be safe. But we are Esau's biggest threat, man. So if they're willing to do some shit like that, even to their own, what makes you think that they're not willing to blow up a surrounding area of where you're at, when you're prophesying against their kingdom, man? You know what I'm saying? Because the one thing about them is they know that the scriptures are true, right? They know that Yahweh Shah is coming back. They know that, the Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, consist of the 12 tribes of Israel, or make up the 12 tribes. They know all this, man. And they know that once the Most High raised up his elect, his prophets, to prophesy against this man's kingdom, that was going to be a sure sign, right? A guaranteed indication that this man's kingdom was going to be falling. All right. So like I was saying at the beginning of this lesson, this man is going to be like a badass kid who can't have his way. Right. So he going to try to fuck it up for everybody. He going to come after you, Jakes, man. Right. And the type of destruction, the type of devastation this man is gonna bring to this society, right? You gonna realize we gonna need the Lord, man. All right, so the first scripture that I want to grab is the book of Isaiah 41:14. And it reads, "Fear not thou, worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel. I will help thee, saith the Lord, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel." You know, a worm is a defenseless creature. A worm can't even come out of the dirt for too long. You know, because it's gonna end up drying up. It can get killed by the sun. You got all type of predators that feed on worms. The worm got a lot of shit to worry about, so if it don't get his ass back in that hole enough time, and even then it still ain't safe. All right, a worm is a defenseless creature, right? And this is what the Most High likened us unto. All right, you know, Jake ain't got no power here. We ain't got no military, no tanks, no missiles, and we ain't got none of that shit. All right, having a couple of guns and whatever the fuck Jake got. All right, that shit is not gonna save you. All right, now, could you be put in a situation where it could save your life? Absolutely. But if you think that when Esau come in with his troops and they bombarding doors and shit, and you thinking that you finna just, blow it out with them and all that, and you gonna be like, come on, Jake. You gotta be realistic about shit. All right, this shit is not the movies. This shit is not, edits, and this shit is gonna be real life. All right, this shit's gonna be real life. All right. So when you fuck around and see one of these sleeper cells go and blow up a building right next to you in the name of Allah or whatever, and it's limbs and shit all around you, and you're gonna realize that there's nothing that you can do. Because Esau gonna bring out all of them weapons and shit that they've used in operations and silent weapons, and Esau gonna use all that shit. All right. So I want to read this over again. "Fear not thou, worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel. I will help thee, saith the Lord, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel." Why? Because Jake ain't got no power, man. All right, there's a reason. Daniel 12:1, let's grab it. Daniel 12:1, it says, "And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book." So this also, cuts that argument that people try to make that, Jacob's trouble done already happened. Now you done had multiple forms of Jake being in trouble. Jake going through, atrocities and all that type of shit. But the Jacob's trouble has not came. Matter of fact, we are in the beginning of the Jacob's trouble. All right, this is that time that Yahweh Shema was referring to. Because now this man, back then they had to pull up on you in the physical and pull out swords out of the sheath and cut you, and they had to do that. Now this man got technology to where all he got to do is hop on a controller, fly this device, this drone over you, and blow your head off. Blow that motherfucker up right on you and blow your head off. This man has missiles and shit. All right, something that can burn at 180 million degrees Fahrenheit will melt the skin off your ass in a second. You know what I mean? The Lord is gonna have to intervene, man. Because if he don't, then we ain't got no fucking hope. And niggas can't see that shit until the Lord really just start dropping shit out here, man. All right. So I want to grab one more, then I'm going to go ahead and close it up. Isaiah 59:19, and it reads, So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. You know, another common precept that, brothers bring out, because, we just in that time, we just in that time to where there's going to be absolutely nothing, nothing that we can depend on, but, Yahweh Shema Shai intervening with miracles, spiritual power, and getting us out of. Because, man, once we got our back against the wall, you're going to have to scream out to Yahweh Shema Shai that he, you know what I'm saying, that he look out. All right, because the shit that this man is going to come with, the Lord is going to have to lift up a standard. All right, which means to put to flight or to catch flight. All right, and why is that? Because it ain't an even playing field. All right, but once the Lord intervenes, it's going to be an even playing. It's going to be, we're going to exceed that shit. The Lord is going to show out, man. So with that being said, I'm going to go to close it out, giving all the glory and infinite praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakadah, Shalom, Yahweh Shema Shai Brakathum, and the Baba Bar.